Hi guys. So yesterday I made a short when I asked you guys about what class you prefer to play or like are most comfortable playing when you're playing tabletop RPG games like D&D, Pathfinder, or Savage Worlds. And I also said yesterday I was going to talk about what classes I like to prefer to play and what type of personality I usually give my characters. So today is about that. And I can personally say that I'm the most comfortable mostly with martial classes. Fighters, barbarians, monks, anyone that does physical damage instead of range or special is where I'm mostly comfortable at. Mostly because I grew up watching a lot of combat cartoons and big Dragon Ball fan for that matter. So using mostly that, I felt like more home with the hand-to-hand combat and actually using a bow, using a gun, or flinging magic. So yeah, I'm more like the barbarian that says I cast fist, more like I'm the wizard that casting fireball all over the place. And I would say most of the personality I personally give my characters in that style is definitely one of those angry types that just are more aggressive and kind of like to talk shit about people. In fact, one of my very first characters kind of made us switch the battle just by trash talking the enemy, and the enemy had like reality bending powers. I think it was, yeah, it was our game version of Bill Cipher, like that giant yellow triangle guy. And we were on a backstroke, and as I was role playing that combat scene, I could not stop bad mouthing this guy, and for some reason, the way I was bad mouthing him made him lose his cool, so he actually started to take damage. I don't know if my GM was just like rewarding me for actually a moment of good trash talking, what I'm not really that good at. I would say I'm a decent trash talker, but I'm not the CM Punk level trash talker, for instance. But yeah, like I'm trying always. It seems like my martial arts character is more in the line of Vegeta, Kenpachi, even what was his name? Oh, I was a guy from Naruto. I think, the first villain Team 7 faced demon, like the guy with the big sword in Naruto. Yeah, it's late and my brain is frying, but yeah, that's what usually I try to get my character to sound like when I'm playing. Not necessarily I'm that in real life, but I don't know, like I just felt like it. That is what I mostly do. I do sometimes do my more random, mildly intelligence fighters. For instance, like I have most of my characters for D&D I have created, whereas martial guys has like a 9 or 8 in intelligence, which is not that low. So, for instance, I have one fighter is 9. Uh, I named let's see now, was Gara Frostya, and he was more like, yeah, he don't his 9 is more like he understands most of things, but the only thing he can't really grasp is the idea of using a shield for defense, or even defense in general. He thinks like defense is for prey and victims. If you had a sword, you swing it. And if you can have two swords, even better. So it's almost like, yeah, he has intelligence enough to like he understands what people, so most of what people try to tell him, and he can count and stuff like that, but he can't really grasp that fellow defending himself defensively. He defends offensively by just keep attacking. Stepping back and using a shield to reflect or parry blows is not really his style. He can't really grasp why that is necessary. And yeah, that's one way of doing it. One other character I recently played, he has, well, yeah, a 9 in intelligence in D&D, and I played him most like, yeah, he has trouble remembering names. Like, yeah, he can get along with you, but it's gonna take a while that he to understands how to either say your name correctly or even remember what it was. And most likely, it's gonna give you some nicknames, or actually just saying your class and pointing at you. For instance, we had like I think it was a ranger or something like that, which was not good with shopping, and like bought more stuff and she need, and not necessarily what she needed. It was on discount, so why not? So in this, like, when we were actually in town and she was talking about shopping, my character refused to let her go alone, and one of the players that played this character had a friend that played a druid. And as I could not really remember what the character's name was, my character ran up to just like, Druid, go with her. Just go with her. She cannot be alone in this. No. She cannot be alone shopping. And that's usually what, like, that was fun. Like, it's a small lowering intelligence, but it's not like major hindrance. It's like, okay, I can't really remember your name, or why am I supposed to use a shield now again? What's it good with a shield? And one of my NPCs from Savage World I usually have, he's an orc, and mostly orcs has, in a stereotypically, either a low intelligence or minus to their intelligence. Same in Savage World, like usually they have like -1 or -2 to their intelligence roll, which stereotypically I don't really like, because orcs are my absolute favorite fantasy race out there. But I can understand, so they're easier, they have to make some race maybe not as intelligent as others, so don't like it, orcs have to be it. But so this is one orc I'm playing as written. Oh yeah, okay, he has -2 to intelligence. But what it is, in his situation, is more like, he lives in a village where there are many beast folk. And for instance, like, we all know, like, a feline young is called a cub, and a canine is usually a pup. But for him, he can't lay the energy to remember which is a cub, which is a pup. So the first battle he was in with the players, they faced a couple of lions. He actually called them pups, like puppies. He never said cubs. So like, one of my players had to remind the NPC, like, no, they're cubs. I don't see the difference. So more like, okay, he knows they are different, but it's too much energy to remember. Alright, yeah, some are pups, some are cubs, but who the hell cares to remember which is which? And and also, like, this NPC orc is going up in a year, because I made him in Savage World. I tweaked his race a bit, so he's an war orc. His variant of an orc was bred just for war, so they usually just live to about 60 years, and he's about 45, so he's ready for retirement. In this story, this is his last adventure, basically. So yeah, he has gone most of his life just doing work and stuff, and anything that takes a bit of thinking is just, mm, don't waste my energy thinking about it. Now, that's just like what I'm mostly comfortable like. Either they are very serious and mean, or they're just serious with very much, I'm gonna trash talk you while I'm beating you. And if I'm gonna have to have the more funnier version of a fighter, I'm using give them a small minus to the intent. If they have minus intent, I just give them something simple that doesn't really ruin the play for me, but also make sure, yeah, he has something that every time he speaks or something like, okay, you're not really getting this, do you? But okay, we can work with this. Okay, just make sure like when we're doing talking to other important NPCs, or we're gonna have to fight, someone's gonna have to keep a like slight eye on you, because you are not really good at either talking or you can't really defend yourself. All right. So that's what I'm comfortable. I am trying to get more comfortable playing range attack players like a ranger or a magic user, and I think like that most people are comfortable with the more hand-to-hand combat guys. Is that I have trouble real like getting in a player like I'm used to the range or the magic. Like if I have a character with a bow and arrow or a gun, it's more like a bow and arrow is a fine actually that I can play, because if I'm gonna choose any range weapon at all, even in this modern time, I always gonna choose a bow and arrow, because it feels more you're more into it. Like you have to be more effort to do. Like when you pull the bow and the string on the bow and releases. I'm kind of that kind of guy. Like I'm like using my entire body or something to fight. So that's why I'm not like. So when I'm using a character gun, I always go with the classic. Yeah, F you and pull the trigger, which a bit distance for me. I can't really get really into it if I'm not mostly playing that redneck gun-loving guy. Like, so it's when I'm playing them, I want to have a reason to actually be like a redneck guy. Otherwise, I'm trying not do it, because it's fun sometimes. Just put a guy that knows, like in a world where you don't really have that kind of speech pattern like a redneck does. But it should not be like a what's it called? Returning sequence. It shouldn't be, oh, he's playing a gun guy. Okay, I know what that guy does. I know what he's gonna sound like, because it doesn't really work in all campaigns or scenarios, because sometimes you need to mix it up so that every character feels fresh and not the same character you're playing. And with magic is fun, definitely really powerful. Most of the time in most RPG games, it's more powerful than actually using your fist or a sword, or in my case, a great axe, which is, yeah, that's my melee weapon of choice. That's always gonna be a great axe or a battle axe. But when it comes to being a magic user in a character, which mostly are either based on being very smart, or in some cases, in like D&D, for instance, very charismatic or have a lot of faith in a god. Which for me, those options, I'm not really what I'm feeling I'm good at role playing. Necessarily, I'm not feeling. Oh, I'm not the guy that usually studies. I hate studying more than anything. So playing a character that loves studies is a challenge. I can't like sometimes I have pulled off, but most likely not. Is at least in my mind is a gap I can't really fill. But so mostly when I play a magic character, I'm not really thinking myself how I'm doing. I'm letting my friends tell me how good I'm playing. Easier is like because if I'm gonna think about what myself is thinking, it's gonna be oh you no you ruin the character. You don't sound right. You don't do the magic gestures right or something like that. And is and if it's like charisma based, uh, just look at my face. I have no charisma at all. I might be able to talk somebody into doing some funny shit or make them laugh, but charm them? No, that's not me. I'm not a charmer. And fate? Well, even if you are religious or not, that one should be like you can go either way with that. Like I'm not religious. I can't play a religious game because seen enough on TV to like okay I can go different ways around here and don't have to go I all in with this patron on this god or this demon. But that like it's not really my comfortable set. But if it's a scenario in the campaign that works for me, I can go with it. But magic users, not really my strong suit. Ranger guys, I'm best if I can have a bow and arrow, not a gun. And when I'm playing a fighter, that's what I'm comfortable with. I can come up with good strategies, tactics, a way of actually face my foe, and it looks good and feels good when I'm role playing it. And the personality trait, well, they are my favorite characters. Vegeta, from Dragon Ball, they're definitely my favorite character. And if you go with TV show, I'm definitely a Dean Winchester guy, if I'm gonna have to choose one. And if it comes to DC, I'm going with more the Batman style, maybe Red Hood. Like, yeah, I'm gonna punch you until you give me what I want, and you're gonna fear me. Or even like in Marvel, my favorite hero is Punisher. And yes, I know he's mostly a red white. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill. But I have a like small inkling of how he is in the comics. I'm usually seeing the like TV shows and movies, and so that's what like I feel like I'm not gonna be the guy that just let the big bad always run away. If I know that you have killed X amount of people, like 10,000 people, yeah, I'm capturing you, pen and paper, but I know you can get out, probably will, and start this all over again. Knowing that one bullet to your head will save thousands in the future, in case you get loose, because most like in Marvel and DC, yeah, the villains break out. I'm gonna take the bullet to your head because, yeah, like I'm saving people from your evilness and your trash people like you. So that's what I'm liking the Punisher, because he doesn't give quarters really. Like, but also like they can become much, but that's what like Punisher in Marvel is my favorite hero. In DC, I would go Batman. Because yeah, I will put fear into you. I will beat your ass. I will like Not killing, just go close enough and you will fear me. And with Vegeta it's more like, yeah, like you're a threat, boom. And if I can beat into you, that you can never beat me, okay. Like the boss says that you live. Oh, Goku like try to like not kill it, but Vegeta's gonna. This is a big threat enough, so yeah, I'm gonna kill it or them. So that's what I'm usually like focusing my personality on my characters, like. But I'm just trying to do some easier going fighters in, like expand my horizons, more different personalities. Yeah, I think you cannot play the same type of personality on the for every character. Like you need to change it up here and there. Just keep it fresh, become having new ways of having fun. But yeah, that's what my favorite type of classes are, and the personality I like to deal with them, and the reason why I cannot really enjoy playing the other or have trouble playing the other guys. So if you like this video, you hit a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and hit the notification bell so you can see when I release a new video. And until then, have a good night and bye.